Fiat 500X review. Critics report the 2016 Fiat 500X doesn't have especially refined or powerful engines, but they say it has a high-end cabin and nimble handling. The 2016 Fiat 500X comes standard with a turbocharged four-cylinder engine that delivers reasonable acceleration, test drivers write. Though a larger four-cylinder is available, most critics say buyers should stick with the base model because the bigger engine is unrefined and loud. A 6-speed manual transmission is standard, and some auto writers reported that it lacks precision, while others said it shifts easily. However, they say the available 9-speed automatic transmission is slow and has difficulty finding the correct gear. According to the EPA, the base 2016 Fiat 500X earns 2,534 miles per gallon city highway, which is better than most rivals' estimates. The 500X's sporty handling makes it easy to maneuver around tight corners, reviewers say. Still, they agree that its steering is vague and gives limited feedback. Front-wheel drive is standard and all-wheel drive is available. Ready to buy? Get the best local price on a 2016 Fiat 500X. Overall, the 2016 Fiat 500X's high-end interior pleases reviewers. They say it's built with premium materials that are much nicer than those in other Fiat models. They add that the front seats are spacious and pleasant. The rear seats have good headroom for taller passengers, but legroom is limited, they add. Automotive journalists say the 500X is easy to enter and exit and has good visibility in most directions, but a few report that thick roof pillars can limit rear visibility. Standard features in the 2016 Fiat 500X include a 4-speaker stereo, a USB port, an auxiliary input jack and steering wheel-mounted audio controls. Available features include dual-zone automatic climate control, Bluetooth, satellite radio, an 8-speaker Beats audio system, a Uconnect infotainment system with navigation and a 6.5-inch touch screen, a rear-view camera, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, forward collision warning and rear parking sensors. Test drivers say the 500X's available infotainment system is easy to use. However, some complain that the climate controls can be difficult to reach, and the 500X's gauges are confusing and small. With 50.8 cubic feet of overall cargo space, the Fiat 500X's cargo room is on par with similarly sized rivals. Test drivers appreciate the 500X's underfloor cargo storage compartments and adjustable cargo shelf. Fiat 500X performance. Overall, reviewers find the 2016 Fiat 500X's performance to be satisfactory, but not particularly thrilling. They report that although the larger optional engine provides a bit more power than the base engine, it's noisy and unrefined. Test drivers say the standard 6-speed manual transmission is easy shifting, but can feel dull. They add that the available 9-speed automatic transmission can be slow to respond from a stop and has trouble finding the correct gear. Although reviewers agree that the Fiat 500X's sporty handling and is easy to maneuver, they wish its steering offered more feedback. Acceleration and power. The 2016 Fiat 500X comes with a turbocharged 1.4-litre four-cylinder engine that makes 160 horsepower and is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. A 2.4-litre four-cylinder engine that produces 180 horsepower is available and is paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. According to the EPA, the base 2016 500X gets 2,534 miles per gallon city highway, which is excellent for the class. Test drivers say the 500X's base engine has adequate power for typical driving situations. Although the larger available engine produces a bit more power, auto writers complain that it's noisy and unrefined. According to some critics, the standard manual transmission can sometimes feel imprecise, but others report that it shifts easily. Critics are also disappointed in the optional 9-speed automatic transmission, which they say has trouble finding the correct gear. Handling and braking. Reviewers say the 2016 Fiat 500X is nimble around corners. However, most test drivers agree that its steering feels vague and gives poor feedback. The 2016 500X has an available dynamic selector, which allows you to choose between 3 driving modes: Auto, Sport and Traction Plus. Automotive journalists agree that Auto mode is the most pleasant setting for the typical drive. A Sport mode makes the 500XS handling feel overly sensitive. They also note that models equipped with 18-inch wheels have a fairly harsh ride. Front-wheel drive is standard, and all-wheel drive is available. A few reviewers say the brakes work just fine, and others point out that even under hard braking, the 500X exhibits little nosedive. Fiat 500X interior. The 2016 Fiat 500X earns praise for its upscale interior. Test drivers say the 2016 Fiat 500XS back seats have good headroom, but legroom is poor. Reviewers agree that outward visibility is great in most directions. Critics say the infotainment system and audio controls are easy to use, but some complain that the gauges are confusing, and the climate controls can be hard to reach. Seating. The 2016 Fiat 500X seats 5 and comes standard with cloth upholstery and 6-way manually adjustable front seats. Premium cloth upholstery, leather seats, heated front seats and an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat are available. Reviewers agree that the front seats are comfortable and roomy, and both the standard and upgraded upholstery are high quality. Test drivers report that the rear seats have good headroom for tall adults, but that legroom is limited. Most automotive writers find that the 500XS high seating position makes it easy to enter and exit the SUV and gives the 500X great outward visibility in most directions, though thick roof pillars block some views. Interior features. Standard features in the 2016 Fiat 500X include a 4-speaker stereo, a USB port, an auxiliary input jack and steering wheel-mounted audio controls. Available features include dual-zone automatic climate control, Bluetooth, satellite radio, an 8-speaker Beats audio system, a Uconnect infotainment system with navigation and a 6.5-inch touch screen, a sunroof, a rear-view camera, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, forward collision warning and rear parking sensors. Reviewers say the available Uconnect infotainment system is straightforward, and the audio controls are well placed. Some also report that the climate controls can be difficult to reach, but are still easier to use than the controls some rivals have. A few critics complain that the 500XS gauges are small and confusing. Cargo. With the rear seats in use, the 2016 500X has 18.5 cubic feet of cargo space and 50.8 cubic feet of space with them folded. Those capacities are similar to what most rival subcompact SUVs like the Jeep Renegade and Chevrolet Trax offer. Test drivers say the 500X has a good amount of cargo space, including room for long items thanks to a flip-forward front passenger seat. They also appreciate convenient storage features like a cargo shelf and underfloor compartments. Still, a few critics caution that the cargo opening may be too narrow to accommodate some items.